Welcome along to the Chinese Grand Prix qualifying and the recap of this race. So here's Kalsmokin then, one of the two Alpines who invalidates their lap on the exit of turn 10. Meanwhile, here is Derek Quay. And he's going to come out of turn 10 and spin into the wall on the exit of turn 10. So two cars caught out by that corner. Meanwhile, we have Luko Siux going up into P2. Smidge Bomb not being able to move position but improving his time. And we have Amansuki there going absolutely nowhere as Randro goes over the line ahead of half a lap Harry and 4 thousandths away from the pole time, from Luko Siux should I say. Meanwhile, the pole time does go to Who Am I. Half lap Harry does get back ahead of Luko Siux, and Luke Anarchy is down the gravel in the runoff area. Not an ideal place to park for him as he enters the pit lane, but that is the qualifying order, so we head into the race now. So here come the lights on in front of the drivers today, here in Slavtorg in Shanghai. The wait is over and we are away, and it's a decent start by the Red Bull. There's the Haas and the Alpine on the inside as well, looking to make moves. Randro having a good start, but not able to make up any positions with it. Down the inside goes half lap Harry, taking the lead away from the pole sitter. Or is he? Because the pole sitter comes back, barging the Red Bull out of the way. And Who Am I takes back the lead here on lap 1, so he's in P1 at the moment. But half lap Harry in the Red Bull dives to the inside. Big move, he locks the rear brake, slides and loses the lead, and Randro there getting caught out by that, losing 3 positions by going wide. Smidge Bomb now dives down the inside of the Red Bull. It's a 1-2 for 2 green cars, but actually Smidge Bomb's just been forced a little bit wide there, and half lap Harry has taken the lead back from the Aston Martin, but Randro having a bad start, making up for it by getting past Amansuki though, as there's a bit of squirm in there. Half lap Harry trying to defend from Luko Siux, as down the inside goes Randro. A bit of contact between him and his championship rival sent him back behind Amansuki. So terrible stuff there for the McLaren as they head up the hill then down the 1.2 mile straight and onto lap 2 then, as the side by side in the background between Luke Anarchy and Demonic Assassin round the outside for the Assassin, who looks to get ahead of the Mercedes there. So the Assassin in the Alpine gets ahead at turn 1, and a bit of contact as they head through turn 1 into turn 2, and it is the Alpine driven by the Assassin who is in front. Meanwhile, the other Alpine of Kalsmokin, he's ahead of K9 Cube, and then comes Benolds, but the battle for last at the moment heating up between those three, as Benolds, I think he might have just got a bit loose there, but he's dropped back a little bit somehow. It's down the inside for K9 Cube. He gets the move done on Kalsmokin, a very nice move under braking for the Toyota Haas. Meanwhile, the Alpine Renault looking for the move, but he's not able to make it stick. Meanwhile, off for half lap Harry, he nearly ends up in a big shunt on the inside of that straight, and he's now defending from Randro, but similar to how Derek Quay went off in qualifying, and there's contact between them again as they head round the long U-turn and up into turn 14, side by side between the McLaren and the Red Bull. We saw this at the start of the season with Mental Sun in the Red Bull against Randro at the first 3 corners of this season, of the second race of the season should I say, but we have it again here, not with Mental Sun but with half lap Harry instead, who now dives to the outside. He doesn't make the move stick there, but he dives to the inside of turn 1, and he will make the move stick, or will he? Because down the inside goes Luko Siux on Smidge Bomb, and he will make the move on Smidge Bomb. Meanwhile, Randro still trying to get ahead of half a lap Harry, and Harry has his work cut out for him, because look at that on the outside. Randro looking to make the move but not able to at the moment. Lap 5 then, down the inside for Smidge Bomb. He's caught up to half lap Harry. Oh no, the other way around. Half lap Harry caught up to Smidge Bomb and went round the outside of him at turn 1, 2 and 3. And Smidge Bomb trying to come back at the Red Bull, and Aston Martin and Red Bull, these two were joined forces back in the late 2010s, but here in 2026 they're battling against each other. As meanwhile, here's the McLaren of Randro, who's going around the outside of Smidge Bomb at turn 14 and making the move nearly stick. He gets a bit forced wide, ran out of road, and Smidge Bomb keeps the place as they head onto lap 7 then, as into the same corner again. No move made. As down the inside then for Randro, or down the outside should I say, of half lap Harry for Randro. He gets ahead as Smidge Bomb came into the pits on lap 8. Meanwhile, here on lap 10, we have round the outside for half lap Harry at turn 1 and 2. He's going to try the Felipe Massa move from a couple years ago. He nearly makes contact with the McLaren, but he stays in front, does Randro. Meanwhile, half lap Harry trying to make it a Red Bull 3.5 on lap 10. As meanwhile, we have the Aston Martin and the Williams battling as well. So Amitsuki dives to the inside, making a little bit of contact with Smidge Bomb, who Smidge Bomb is trying to make up positions after his pit stop. But Amitsuki defending, as these two both have made a pit stop in this race, so this is fighting for their position later on. There's a bit of touching and a bit of a run out of road there for Smidge Bomb on Amitsuki there. A little bit dirty, I have to say, but all is well as they head through. Meanwhile, we have this battle between the Mercedes and Derek Quay in the Ferrari, as the Ferrari now goes to the inside of Bernal. Meanwhile, Luke Anarchy behind these two, getting a double slipstream from the pair of them, along with DRS, all the boost in the world down this straight to maybe make the move, and he does. It's a late move, but he makes it stick. Luke Anarchy goes from 13th to 11th in one corner. K9 Cube now looking for a move. He dives on lap 12 at turn 14. He hits into the side of Smidge Bomb, as that was a pretty dirty move. And now Amitsuki's going to look to pick up on the pieces. He does get past the Toyota Haas of K9 Cube. Meanwhile, Derek Quay's had a spin on lap 17, and that is going to really hurt his race later on. Meanwhile, he retires after that spin, and that's not going to help his race at all. So, at this very point in time, I ended up losing footage, so that is such a shame, but that is how the race ended then. The Sauber reserve driver of Who Am I won the race on a two-stop strategy ahead of Luko Siux and Randro, who collided later on in the race in dramatic circumstances. If I have the clip, I'll send it in on the YouTube channel separately. Meanwhile, we have Half Lap Harry in 4th, Smidge Bomb in 5th. Thank you ever so much for watching, and goodbye.